All right, so today I'm kind of going over the different ways that you can do direct instruction. All of these are in my products on my Teacher Paid Teachers, depending on the type of direct instruction, but throughout the products, you'll see each of these today. Okay, so starting with the first one that you're seeing here, the one that I like the most, this is the stations or gallery walk direct instruction. So these intended for you to print out about 5 copies. If you're doing a gallery walk, maybe just 2 copies. The gallery walk, you would just tape this around the room. So you would take this federalism, tape it around the room, take this one, separation of powers, tape it around the room, so on and so forth. All the constitutional principles here. And then each one of these is going to come out with a note. So this would be, you would print out a copy for each student to have. And I have notebooks, so my students would tape this into the notebook. So they would go to the limited government station. If you printed out 5, put it in a manila folder, or gallery walk, they'd walk around and they would fill this out. What are 2 important words in the definition? So taking a look at limited government here. So limited government means that government is restricted by what it can do because it's bound by the powers that are granted from the Constitution. 2 words may be restricted and bound. Okay. Then it says, does this principle limit the government or give power to the people? So it limits the government. And then draw a symbol. They could draw a quick, maybe X, right, to represent the government being limited, or maybe a fence, right, kind of restricting the government. Just a quick little symbol there. So these would be the notes that they'd film out. So this is kind of the first direct instruction. Direct instruction means this is how students are getting information. This is my favorite one. It's the most interactive. Then you have these lecture questions. This would go along with a PowerPoint. I don't have the PowerPoints in my products. You would have to develop that yourself. But these are the questions that the students would answer during a lecture or a PowerPoint presentation that you would give. Okay. What is a constitutional principle? Where does the power come from? How is the government kept in check? And why are the constitutional principles important? There's 6 copies of this to save you time in the copy room, but also you cut this out and each student gets 1 and they tape it and then they take their notes out to the side on the piece of paper. Okay. So again, these are your lecture questions. They're scaffolded so that the students can do the independent practice. Each one of my products has a direct instruction and an independent practice. Okay, and the last type of direct instruction is a reading. The readings are pretty simple, probably about a 5th, 4th grade reading level. We're not trying to challenge students here. We're trying to expose them to the content vocabulary so that they can use that vocabulary when they're talking to each other. And then each one of these has comprehension questions go along with it. I would print these out. I would give a copy to each student, and then they tape it into their notebooks again, and then they leave it so it opens up. They tape it, and then they answer these questions underneath it for their notes. Okay, so that's kind of a breakdown of each of the direct instructions that I have on my Teacher Paid Teacher account. Thanks.